Hey, welcome to the video. So I've been racking my brains for the last little while. I generate a lot of cobblestone and I like making it into stone or smooth stone. So I needed to figure out how to make an automatic smelter, something that's completely hands off. This here was one of my early iterations. It's a semi-automatic that uses dripstone and lava, and we made one that used bamboo, but bamboo is a bad fire or a bad fuel source, so it would have had to be to sky's limit pretty much. But last week I made a video about carpet duplicators, and that opens up a whole new realm of possibility for fuel sources. So we're just going to tear this current one down. You may notice, if you've seen my other videos, this is where the bone meal farm used to be. I didn't like the design. I want to try and make this a little more like a village type thing, so we tore it down. Now the reason we didn't do the lava one, because the lava one's very efficient, but it drops the buckets in, and I want hands off. I want to be able to throw the stone in and it just does its thing. No effort needed. So yeah, let's just tear this all down and kill some creepers and have a jolly old time. And I'll join along in the ride and maybe detail some stuff about the world that you might not know. Like that iron farm in the background, that's just working like a peach. Video in the corner. It is, I do believe, designed by Waddles originally, and it's pretty rock solid. I'm going to be looking at how I can improve it at some point in the future. And then off in the distance, we've got a mostly automatic tree farm there. That's why I can pretty much make logs as much as I want. And that little smoking thing is my little fishing shack. Literally, it's just a shack with water in front of it that I can use for fishing. And then we've got the bamboo farm UFO. And as you can see, this was, I filled this up and was ready for this to be the way, because I had run out of ideas. And half the time of this was moving stuff back and forth from the old build to temporary chests. Now, because we're building this right beside the house, and under the house is the item sorter, link over in the corner there, we can literally just bring this down, mine over to the item sorter, and we got lucky here that it actually runs right up to the hopper that feeds the dropper into the item sorter. So we just need to go and make a hopper line all the way back to the smelter. And because we don't want some spawns in here, we're gonna fill this up with some blocks too. It's out of sight, so I don't really care what kind of blocks. And bring it back up to ground level. Okay, now we're going to make the line of hoppers that's just going to feed into that. I think I decided on 10 wide. And we'll put the furnaces on top of that, so anything that's smelted goes down into the hoppers and then into the storage system. Then we need to put in the hoppers for our fuel source, so that can go right in the back there. And each one will get their own. And what do we do? Yeah, we do 2 rows here. And we'll put those hoppers on top, and that feeds what gets smelted. And a nice convenient location for a chest that we can just use to put the items to be smelted. And we'll just trench that back to the back of the build. It really can't go up the middle, because that's where the fuel source is going to be getting generated. And just a hopper line over to it. So now we're going to be making our carpet duplicator. So And it's funny because this thing sort of looks like it's backwards usually. So you put a sticky piston down with 2 slime blocks in front of it. Then you put an observer on the lower slime block, and then just a block behind that observer. And then you throw a lever on it. Yeah, that looks good. And it is expandable, so we're going to put a observer on the other side too. You pull that, and it extends the entire contraption. And for expanding it, we're literally just going to be repeating this. It does get a little tricky with the placement of levers. I have not really figured out how to do it with one switch. I'm sure there's ways, but those ways would have gotten in the way of the hoppers here. So we've got our second sticky piston down. Let's clear out some of the temporary blocks here. And put our slime blocks on that. We got one side working because our lever isn't powering the right spot right now. We need that over just the side. I really would love to do this with redstone lights, just to see how the redstone flows on it. So if we put that lever between those, that'll make them both go back and forth. At this point, we can stop it with the pistons extended, hop on up, and if we put a carpet on top of that piston, that's the secret sauce right there. Now, when we pull that lever, it should move those carpets back and forth and launch carpets all over the place. And if we put a backstop there, those carpets will fall into the hoppers. And carpets might not be the best fuel, but they are a fuel and we can generate them fast. I strung 3 together using 2 switches, and that seems to generate pretty good. What I did have to do is let the carpet generator run for some time just to start filling things up, and then there's no delay in when items are put in for it to start smelting. So we'll just box that in so that no carpets go flying. And box is incomplete with a floor, so we'll build a floor up here, taking out any temporary blocks that we need to. And because we don't want mobs spawning in here, we're gonna just throw a couple lanterns up to light it up. And just make sure that any carpets that do end up off on the side for some reason get pushed into the hoppers. We're gonna throw some water back here. 3 buckets ought to do it. Okay, so now we went over to the front of it, and this is gonna be a real simple concept here. We're just going to put a hopper minecart going back and forth that can distribute anything that's put into it into the smelters, into the furnaces. Now, one thing I did run into in a couple of builds is by powering that last powered rail, sometimes you lock a hopper. So we had to move the power off for a bit. And we'll block it up so that we don't actually have to see the hopper here. Now we're just going to make a bubble column in the back of it that we can connect up with that chest we put in earlier. I'm not going to detail the bubble column because, well, I've got a video for bubble elevators, and yeah, check that one out. That'll show you how to make the bubble elevator. And the timing circuit really is just a simple clock. Now we're just going to decorate it up a little bit. Literally what we have there is that the items are going into that chest, up that bubble elevator, and falling down a chute, falling down that front part there, and getting picked up by the hopper minecart and spread out over the smelters. Now that you've seen a pretty good pan of my little village here, what buildings let me know what buildings you think need to go. I think the bamboo farm over there can go because we've got the UFO bamboo farm. A little dripstone generator, we can move that, maybe put that somewhere else. That's pretty much my super smelter. I know this is a little different than my normal tutorial videos. I didn't go as step by step. If you want a more detailed breakdown of this, I can go block by block in another video. You let me know in the comments. I want to make what you want to watch, so you let me know what you want to watch, and well, I'll see what I can get done. And have a great day.